Going to summarize some expression of reason, results, and purpose. So let's start. We need to say, I'm just going to summarize very quickly. So when you write easy, or you can start like when you have a reason part, you can start as, since, or before, or because, sorry, and or because as and seen introduce the reason for an action or situation that can go at the beginning or in the middle of sentence. So when you write a sentence, it could be like at the beginning or in the middle, but we don't usually put comma, but you need to know that we don't put in the final part of the sentence. So in the first part or the middle part, but not the final part. Okay. So when we have some, probably when you have made some sentence, something like as, because. We need to say that notice that if they go at the beginning, there's usually a comma at the end of the clause. All right. So if you put this at the beginning, you need to, there we have a clause and here we have a comma, right? This is obviously. And then because, but not as or since. We don't put as, since, or since. Can be, we need to say because can be used to begin the answer to a question with why. So why you're eating so much? Why are you eating so much? Because blah blah blah. We don't say why are you eating so much as, since. No, we don't usually. When we have a question mark, why, and question mark, we usually answer with because. Why? Because. Why? Blah blah blah. Because. Okay. Why don't you count? Why don't you count with us? Because I didn't finish my homework. All right. The next part is about result. Result we usually we can use so and therefore. Therefore, we usually start at the beginning of the sentence, so we put at the beginning and we don't put in the middle. So we therefore goes at the beginning of the new sentence. So it's always capital letter, therefore. And then so and therefore introduce the results of action or a situation. So usually goes in the middle of the sentence. So middle of sentence. I can go to um I can deal with that problem, so blah blah blah. And then we could also say I want to be reading because they may need a new goalkeeper. Compare this sentence which have the same meaning. I hadn't done my homework, so I didn't understand the lesson. I hadn't done my lesson, therefore I didn't understand the lesson. So there's a little bit which have the same meaning, but I think the canon. To summarize, we need to say that the therefore is usually used is more common in writing, and so is more common in speaking part, in spoken language. Finally, we have the last thing, purpose. We need to say order to or so that clauses plus verb. We usually plus a clause after so that, and we usually put verbs such as will, would, can, or should for purpose. So in order to plus infinitive. In order to pass exam, I studied too hard, so hard like eager beaven. And then so that when we use so that, in order and to and so that, I use it to link an action and its purpose. So always goes in the middle of the sentence. So this is so that I can understand so well. It's a mess. So that put in the middle of the sentence, and it's followed by a clause, as I said before, plus clause, often with will, would, can, or could. I now I work out so hard. No, now I working hard so that in the future I will be able to buy a house, something like that. And in order to go in the middle or question at the beginning of the sentence, so this one could be in the middle or at the beginning of the sentence, and it's followed by the infinitive. Yeah, I was study hard in order to pass exam. And finally, in order to and so that are more formal than to and so on their own. To and so are more usually in spoken English, remember. So in order to and so that plus a clause you can use in writing text for your essay.